this awful prick show that Michael Owen and Howard Webb are doing online. They're on Sky doing this ref watch, and the only thing they come to the conclusion of by the end of the show is that every single decision was correct because it was by the letter of the law. Well, let me tell you right now, you don't fire a worker because they're good. You fire them because there's a problem. So when they're making these ref watch shows on the Saturdays, it's like two mates just going out to the pub. It's just like, yeah, mate, yeah, you got that wrong. But, you know, it's all right. Next time you're better. And Michael is just like his bestie, his little friend, his little bro. This whole thing about, oh, they've got to do this, they've got to do that. No, they haven't. They have not. And that's the thing. Because that ref watch show has just pissed me off after today. Because they talk, there's no need to do the show if there's no problem, right? And all decisions are right. Why are you doing the show? Why do this whole ref watch waffle? This whole letter of the law rubbish? This whole trash about how, oh, the letter of the law. But when it's another team, it's not. When it's Man City, oh no, it comes down to subjective argument. Subjective who what? That whole crap is garbage. Awful. Embarrassing. We talk about who we are. Talk about what we are. And let's talk right now straight up. The only reason you create a ref watch show is because there is something wrong with something you're doing, right? So when they say, oh, that was the letter of the law, was applied. The letter of the law was applied. Well, why is the letter of the law not applied there and human common sense is applied? Because common sense is in the letter of the law. And today, Michael Oliver failed to show any common sense with that decision. Actually, I'll give credit to Michael Oliver. He refereed the game brilliantly, I thought, apart from the red. Because it was not 2 yellows. It's not any planet. We look at Doku, who literally just smacked the ball 500 yards. Similar to it, Joao Pedro quite literally booted the ball away. Then Rice touched it literally an inch away. And it's a red card. This whole talk about, oh, it's all done by the letter of the law. It's the correct decision. That's what Howard Webb says on his little show with his bald head. Well, let me tell you right now, why are you on the show then? Because clearly, if it's a correct decision, then why are you looking into it? What are you trying to prove? Who creates a show to prove people why things are right, if they're right? Do you know what I mean? Like, no one tries to prove something over and over again. The only reason they do that is because they're wrong. Because the decisions are wrong. We talk about that Kovacic should have got sent off against Arsenal a season ago. This is not just an Arsenal thing, by the way. Wolves last season got slaughtered by VAR every single week. We saw Newcastle and Bournemouth a few weeks ago as well. I don't know how that Bournemouth goal didn't stand. It hit here. So this is not just an Arsenal thing. It's a general thing. But when we talk about the letter of the law, let's talk about what the letter of the law is. Because they bring up these 1980 rules, these 200 BC rules that no one knows. I don't know what the law is. Why would I know? Am I a referee? Because every time there's a decision made that's controversial, they feel they have to create this whole VAR room rubbish. This whole VAR room garbage. And every time they create a VAR room garbage show with Howard Webb and Michael Owen behind the screen, well, the only reason you're going to do that is because something's clearly wrong, right? PGMOL. They need to go. They need to go. I know Wolves sent out a statement saying we should abolish VAR from the league. I'm not really with that, but I get where they're coming from. I definitely get where they're coming from. Because it has to be more consistent and more better. Because today, it was not applicable. Against Bournemouth, Newcastle, not applicable. Against Man City, Arsenal a year ago, not applicable. We even talk about the Doku, Salah moment at Anfield, the Odegaard handball at Anfield. All these decisions weren't correct. And people can say, oh, it's going to balance out within the season. We're not guaranteed, are you? The Brentford, Arsenal, 1-1. Remember the offside lines? What are these men doing in Stockley Park? They're probably watching TV, and they got probably the monitors in front of them. They're probably on Instagram reels, scrolling through, and they got the TV monitor in front of them, and then the ref probably goes, look, Gary, can you look at the footage from 10 seconds ago?